Die feierdicke Liebe, was du in Herzen brennen, was durch unser Liebe spielen, als wir können sich nicht nennen. Was durch unser Liebe spielen, als wir können sich nicht nennen. Geh raus in Gas und tu sich versammeln, stell sich an nieder Stolz, red über mit deinem Amen. Stell sich an nieder Stolz, red über mit deinem Amen. Was sagt deine Mame und was tut sie reden? Sie sagt, möchtest du Kapore werden, wir müssen sich zu scheiden. Sie sagt, möchtest du Kapore werden, wir müssen sich zu scheiden. Wir müssen sich zu scheiden, in der Fremd zu verbleiben. Und na du wirst da wegfahren, a Brieferle sollst du schreiben. Und na du wirst da wegfahren, a Brieferle sollst du schreiben. Sie gibt ihm die Hand, sie tun sie gesegnen, und von ihre schwarze Augenlach tun Tränen regnen. Und von ihre schwarze Augenlach tun Tränen regnen. Genug scheint dir zu weinen und Tränen zu vergießen. Ich will dir mit Kaddisch ein, als mir die Mama wird nicht wissen. Ich will dir mit Kaddisch ein, als die Mama wird nicht wissen. Nimm deine Sachen, behalt zwischen die Ohren, du allein durch ein Fenster wir wollen wegfahren. Du allein durch ein Fenster wir wollen wegfahren. Wie sollen wir fahren zwischen fremden Menschen? Wer wird uns zu der Gruppe führen, wer wird uns benchen? Wer wird uns zu der Gruppe führen, wer wird uns benchen? Und mit uns do a gut, und mit uns do gute Menschen, gute Leid werden uns zu der Gruppe führen, und gut wird uns benchen. Gute Leid werden uns zu der Gruppe führen, und gut wird uns benchen. Wie kenn ich es tun mit meinem eigenen Willen, also auf mein Chassene soll Klezmer nicht spielen. Also auf mein Chassene soll Klezmer nicht spielen.
Okay, so guys, I'm sorry, there is something that I cannot move from one slide to another and still listen to the song. So we had this before, we had this problem before, so okay. Okay, Janet, will you start reading it, please?
Okay. Die Feierliche Liebe is one of many Yiddish folk songs in which the parents object to their daughter's romance. Heartbreak and sometimes suicide are the usual outcomes. But the suitor here foresees a more optimistic future because he says even if they have to leave their homes to get married and live among strangers, there are good people everywhere, and God will bless them everywhere. Michael Alpert recently recorded this song, but I prefer an older, more traditional bittersweet rendering by Anna Berkowitz, preserved in YIVO's sound archives. She sang in Montreal in the 1950s, and two of her songs appear in Ruth Rubin's anthology, Yiddish Folk Songs from the Ruth Rubin Archive.
Okay, thank you. So, Elaine, will you start, please?
Okay, I'll try. There were a couple of words I had trouble with.
Okay, so Maurice will help out.
Okay. Die Feierliche Liebe, was tut in Herzen brennen, was teug unser Liebe spielen, als wir kennen sich nicht nehmen. The fiery love that makes our heart burn. What use is our love? I didn't know spielen. I didn't know how to translate that. What use is our love if we can't marry? Go out in the street and
read it in Yiddish.
Oh, I'm sorry. Geh raus in Gas. und tu sich versammeln. Stell sich an nieder stolz, red über mit dein Mammen. Go out in the street and don't, I don't know, arrive too late, miss, I didn't know, to put yourself down, to stand or to sit proudly, stand proudly and talk over with your mother, and talk it over with your mother. So I didn't
Okay,
quite,
so Maurice, can you help out with what she missed?
Yeah, so in the first stanza where it says spielen, I think the idea is they're only playing at love because they can't really be together. And as wir kennen sich nicht nehmen. So the verb herumnehmen is to hug someone. And I think this is just a short form. They can't even hug each other.
oh,
And
oh,
in
so
the-
it's not marry. It's not marry.
No, I don't, I mean, it could be, but I think at this stage, you know, I
So
think
it,
it just,
it would be more like, what good is our love play? Love play, I mean, you're sort of using play. Okay,
right, and I think,
as a noun, okay.
yeah, so I think in this context, it's like herumnehmen.
We
You
can't even hug.
Can't even hug each other,
Okay.
never mind get married. And then the second stanza, I had trouble with the verb versammeln. The only way that I've heard versammeln used
Poison.
is to fail to do something that you're supposed to do. You know, when we listen to the song Abrivele der Mammen, you know, he goes away and his mother keeps waiting for him to send her a letter, and he's admonished, Abrivele der Mammen sollst du nicht versammeln. Don't forget to write to your mother. And of course, it's a tragic end. You know, she dies, and then the voice comes from beyond the grave.
Mm.
You know, that now he has to forget about writing to your mother. He has to say Kaddish for his mother. So I don't really know how versammeln, what the meaning is in this, you know, in this context, because the only way I know that it's used means to miss an obligation or to pass something by. I don't know if somebody else has any ideas.
I don't know, I have an idea, like versammeln, to like to poison yourself, to make yourself miserable. That's
No,
how
the
it
word for
sounds.
poison,
Salmon,
the word for poison is sam.
some.
Yes,
Sam,
I know.
that's zam,
Versammeln.
sam. So
Um,
fasam,
I don't know what I thought was like, don't miss the opportunity to stand proudly.
Yeah,
I don't know.
okay,
maybe,
yeah, that makes sense, right?
yeah.
So what is anieder? I couldn't figure. Stell sich anieder stolz.
Don't put
Oh.
yourself down or something.
Yeah, I need to, literally means down, but I think it just means to stand fast. Stell sich an nieder,
Ah,
stand
yeah.
fast, proudly,
Okay.
and talk it over with your mom, you know,
Okay, stand up
Okay,
for yourself.
right,
Stand up for yourself.
yeah, right.
I see that Marsha raised her hand, Marsha.
I thought that versammeln was together, but it doesn't make sense if you say.
Zusammen is together,
And it's a
Zusammen.
verb, yeah,
Okay.
but far as a prefix is like to, you know, like verdeckt, it's completely covered.
right,
You
it's
know,
an
like,
intensive, right, it's
Right. I
intense.
think I wonder if this could be, you know, the only place that we can be completely together is in the street. You know, go into
Well-
the street and do the being together. You know, being, you know, that's the, you know, and I don't know, it just, that's what it kind of seemed like, because their love is not for the inside of the house.
Yeah, I don't, you may be right, but I've never seen it used that way, so anyway, it's new to me in that use.
Okay, so let's go on. Alvin, can you read, please?
Yeah, wir müssen,
No, was sagt
Was
dein
sagt
Mama?
dein Mama?
was sagt deine Mama? Und was tut sie reden? Sie sagt, makes
A kapura.
Kapur werden. Wir müssen sich zu schäden. What does your mother say? And what does what was written? And what does she?
What is she talking about?
Oh, what is she talking about? She says makes that you may you may become a sacrifice.
Right. A kapura means to hell with you. You know, you may as well be dead. A kapura.
Yeah. Müssen sich schäden. We must I don't know,
Separate. Break
to
apart.
Separate.
be
Break apart,
shamed.
split.
To
Split,
split up.
break apart.
To
Someone
split
else
up.
did
Is to separate.
Yeah.
To sep-
We must separate. We must
Separate.
we must separate.
Right.
I have a phone call. Can someone continue?
Okay, okay. That's okay. Thank you, Alvin. Henrietta, can you continue?
Um, yes.
Henri-
Wir
Henriette.
müssen sich zu scheiden und der Fremde zu verbleiben. Und als du wirst wegfahren, Brevele sollst schreiben. We need to separate. And remain friends. And when you are going away, please write. Here.
Abrivale.
Brevele sollst du schreiben. So send me a letter.
Okay. But there in der Fremd zu verbleiben is something else. Maurice, can you
Right.
say
So
what it
in
is?
der Fremd means far away, away from where we live. You'll have to stay far away from their home, from their shtetl. You have to stay far away.
Okay. Isabel, please.
Sie geht ihm in die Hand. Sie tun sich wait a minute. Gesegnen.
Good.
Und von ihrer schwarze, eigentlich und oi tun Tränen regnen. Regnen. I can't translate.
Okay, Maurice, please.
Sure. Sie gibt ihm die Hand. She gives him her hand. Sie tun sich gesegnet. They have to say goodbye. Und von ihrer schwarze Egelach, and from her dark little eyes, oi, tun Tränen regnen. Tears are just raining down from her eyes. They're pouring down.
Isabel, go on to read and Maurice will translate.
Genug dir scheuen zu weinen und Tränen zu vergießen. Ich will dir Mekadisch sein, als die Mama wird nicht wissen.
Okay, Maurice.
Sure. So, genug dir scheint zu weinen. You've had enough of weeping, crying, und Tränen zu vergießen. And pouring out tears. Ich will dir mekadesh sein. I will marry you, as die Mama wird nicht wissen, in a way that your mother will not know about it.
Okay, so Steve, can you read now?
Yes, of course. Nimm deine Sachen, behalt zwischen die Korn.
Korn.
Korn. Du allein durch Fensterl mir mir wellen wegfahren. Take your things and hold them between the, I don't know what corn is.
So corn is rye. It's the rye plant. And bahalt is hide. Hide among the rye.
Hide it among the rye.
Right.
Okay.
Right. In the rye plants.
You alone through a window?
Yeah.
A fence or a small window?
Right.
Well, will we run away?
Good.
It's much easier when other people are reading, you know.
What does it mean, zwischen die Korn?
Korn is the plant that rye bread is made from. Rye. The rye.
What does it mean, zwischen?
Hide in the fields of rye.
He wants her to hide in the corn?
Yeah,
No.
in rye. It's not corn. It's rye.
Okay, but
R-Y-E.
to hide there.
Hide in the fields of rye. Yes.
Not her, but her things.
And the things.
Sachen.
Oh, on the only the Sachen, not her.
Only the Sachen. Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
Sachen can mean things, or it can just mean your clothes. Meine Sachen, my clothes. It can, you know, I don't know if he means take the furniture with you and hide in the fields.
The silver.
The silver. Right.
If he wanted the furniture, he would have specifically said Medbar.
The furniture.
Right.
Yeah, the
That's what I did when I got married.
Go on, Steve.
Wo sollen wir fahren zwischen fremde Menschen? Wer wird uns zu der Gruppe führen und wer wird uns benchen? Okay, so and I think she's saying where should we go?
Yeah.
Amongst live amongst strangers, between strangers, strange men, and who wer vet and where where and who to their chuppah, and who will travel to our chuppah, and who will bless us.
Right.
It's not who will travel to the chuppah, but who will.
Right. Yeah.
Maurice, who will get
Sure.
us to the chuppah.
So in traditional weddings, part of the ritual was vieren, is to lead. Vieren to the chuppah is to lead the girl and to lead the guy to the chuppah. It's called chuppah vieren, and there are.
Okay.
If you listen to old klezmer recordings, there are songs that are called vieren to the chuppah, because there was a certain melodies that the klezmorim would play for that part of the ritual where you lead them to the chuppah. So vieren is to lead.
Like your mother or father would take you down.
Right.
But we called it Unterführen. Unterführen.
No.
It's,
Yes.
Unterführen also means to accompany.
Yes.
But,
I never heard of it.
you know,
Mhm. Yeah. Who's going to do it is a big thing. Who's going
Right.
to walk the aisle?
right. And so if you're in a town where nobody knows you, nobody knows you when you're down and out. So who's going to lead you to the chuppah if they don't know you,
Okay. Vaughn, can you read, please?
Okay, Umatum is doch Gott. Umatum is doch Menschen. Gute Leid wollen uns zu der Chuppah führen. Und Gott wird uns Menschen.
Good.
So everywhere there is God, a God, everywhere there's people, good people will lead us to the chuppah, and I guess good people will bless us as well.
Oh,
And
God.
Vaughn,
Oh,
just
and
a
God,
moment.
God, yeah, and God
Right.
will bless us.
Right.
Someone is talking, so please mute yourself, okay, please? I cannot find who is talking, but please mute yourself. Okay, Vaughn, go on, please. Sorry.
Wie kann ihr es tun mit meinem eigenen Willen? As auf mein Chasana sollen klezmer nicht spielen. How can it be done to her?
No, it's how can I do it? We can.
Oh, I was reading here, sorry.
Right.
How can I do it?
Right.
With my eigenem, my only villain?
It's my own free will.
Oh, my own free
I
will,
do
yes,
it with
okay.
my own free will, with my eigenem Willen.
That on my wedding should music not be played.
Good.
Maurice, you want
Dank.
to?
Good.
Thank you. Maurice, you want to add anything before we listen to it once again?
No, I think we covered everything. If anybody has questions, speak up.
Okay, so let's listen to it once again and then.
Die feierdicke Liebe, was tut in Herzen brennen, was tut unser Liebe spielen, als wir können sich nicht nennen. Was tut unser Liebe spielen, als wir können sich nicht nennen. Geh raus in Gas und tu sich versammeln, stell sich an niederstolz, red über mit deinem Amen. Stell sich an niederstolz, red über mit deinem Amen. Was sagt deine Mama und was tut sie reden? Sie sagt, möchtest du Kapore werden, wir müssen sich zu scheiden. Sie sagt, möchtest du Kapore werden, wir müssen sich zu scheiden. Wir müssen sich zu scheiden, in der Fremd zu verbleiben. Und an der Weste weg von einer Briefele sollst du schreiben. Und an der Weste weg von einer Briefele sollst du schreiben. Sie gibt ihm die Hand, sie tun sie gesegnen, und von ihre schwarze Augenlach tun Tränen regnen. Und von ihre schwarze Augenlach tun Tränen regnen. Genug schon dir zu weinen und Tränen zu vergießen. Ich will dir mit Kaddisch sein, als mir die Mama wird nicht wissen. Ich will dir mit Kaddisch sein, als die Mama wird nicht wissen. Nimm deine Sachen, behalt zwischen de Korn, du allein durch ein Fenster wir wollen wegfahren. Du allein durch ein Fenster wir wollen wegfahren. Wie sollen wir fahren zwischen fremden Menschen? Wer wird uns zu der Gruppe führen? Wer wird uns benchen? Wer wird uns zu der Gruppe führen? Wer wird uns benchen? Mit ist do a gut, mit ist do gute Menschen, gute Leid werden uns zu der Gruppe führen, gut wird uns benchen. Gute Leid werden uns zu der Gruppe führen, gut wird uns benchen. Wie kenn ich es tun mit mein eigenem Willen, also if mein Chassene so'n Klezmer nicht spielen. Also if mein Chassene so'n Klezmer nicht spielen.
Okay, I see that people raise their hands. So Rochelle and then Steve. Rochelle, please.
Okay, I think Spielen a Liebe and Vieren a Liebe both would mean kind of engage in a courtship rather than play at it in some way.
Yes, yes.
So and those words are often used in songs, Spielen a Liebe or Vieren a Liebe. Anyway, that's just my comment on that, that it's a more general term than just playing at it.
Okay, thanks, Rochelle. Steve?
I'm just interested in the nigun, the melody, that it's very do you know anything about it, Maurice? Is it traditional? It sounds like it's almost prayerful, like a
No, I don't know. All the references that I found just called it a folk song, which
Okay.
means that its roots are buried in history. I really don't know. Don't know much about it. But you could try going on YouTube to listen to Michael Alpert's version. I don't remember whether he uses the same melody or he has a different melody. And of course, there are versions with other verses. You know, it
also
depends how much
sounds a little
research you
like
want to do on it.
it also sounds a little like a Torah trope. You know, the way it the way the melody falls off in the end and stuff. It's interesting.
Yeah, it could be for sure. And by the way, for our Canadian Zoomers, the woman who sings this was a Canadian, and Ruth Rubin, who recorded it, was also Canadian. Ruth Rubin's a famous musicologist. So
and Vaughn is from Canada also.
Right. So I'm just
and today's his
pointing
first
it
day,
out.
so clearly there's something afoot here.
Okay, and to our other Canadian, Morty.
Yes, I just wanted to mention two things. First of all, the reference was made to the word unterführen. And Vinkl and Bochner do describe it as taking the bride to the chuppah.
Right.
Right. The other thing that I wanted to mention is the word mekadesh. Normally, one would say chasene oben or chasene machen for a wedding. Mekadesh, in fact, means also the same thing, and it comes from the wedding ceremony, where the chatan, the husband or the husband to be, says to the bride, "Ani at mekudeshet li." You are. The true meaning of the word is consecrating. The man says to the woman, "You are being consecrated to me." So that's the real meaning of the word. But mekadesh is normally also understood as getting married. Somebody getting married to. You are getting married to me. Mekadesh. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Morty. Thank you. Beverly. Unmute you.
It also sounds like the tune that, and now of course I can't remember the Yiddish guy at UT's mother. Of course I can't remember her name. That's her tunes. Very simple tunes with no music in the background. What's her name? You know, she and her husband collected all the songs. Her son.
Hoffman, Miriam.
Hannah Melotic?
No,
No,
no, no.
no, 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 no. I
Who
know who
did-
you
who
mean,
had
but I
collected a
cannot
lot of these?
remember.
Who teaches at UT, Susan?
Miriam Hoffman?
No, who teaches at
No.
UT?
No,
Who
it
teaches
it
Yiddish?
used to
Is
be,
it Gottesman? Gottesman.
it's a
Yeah,
It's a
Gottesman,
Gottesman.
right.
Yitzhak Gottesman's mother collected songs and the father, and that's what that sounds like to me too. No music in the background, and it's more like speaking almost than singing.
Like a recital.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's her. That was how they did it too. When you play her things,
Mhm.
that's all. Now I have to go out and let me
Okay.
let me get rid of.
Okay. Any more comments on the song before we move on to the story?
The only thing
No.
I find is that when they're singing, maybe it's my brain at this point, but when she's singing, I don't understand the Yiddish words.
Okay. Cookie, hearing aid.
No, I hear very well. No, I don't.
Sorry.
Until we read it out, when she's singing it, it's like I can't seem to grasp the words. I don't know why.
Okay, but it's very clear. It's really clear. This song is extremely clear. So I don't know.
Well,
but you can get it. You can get it with the reading, Cookie.
Yeah,
You can get it with the reading.
once it's read, I understand
So-
every word. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the main thing. You can get it with the reading. So, okay, guys. So we are moving to this time. We are in Cuba, and it's a bit of it's an atmospheric story, a very atmospheric story, and you will see when we will start reading it. So let me share the screen with you for the story, and then I will enlarge it. Okay. Just a moment, okay? I need to do something so you will be able to see all of it. Can you see?
Ja, make it mach noch besser als ich kann's.
More?
One more, yeah, if you can.
Ja, gracias.
That's okay, guys?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, I think that's really big. Okay?
Yeah,
Okay, so,
Yeah.
okay. So Susan, please, can you start reading, Susan? Susan, if you're muted.
Die Inquisition. 3 Tage von der Tugbuch von einem von die ersten umgekommenen Immigranten. 3 days from the diary of one of the first arriving immigrants. Now, is umgekommene, it means arriving, or the ones who died?
No,
That's a difference between M and an N. With a nun, it's arrived. With
Oh, the
a
ones who
mem,
came in. Okay.
yeah, it's the difference between mem and nun.
Heint, dem 15. Juli 1919, ist mein Schiff umgekommen in Hafen. Today, the 15th of July, 1919, my ship arrived in the harbor.
Yes.
Als dacht sich, brennt unter mir. It seems to me that everything is burning around me. Der Orange von der Schiff.
Orange is railing, the railing of the ship.
Oh, the railing of the ship. Vielleicht muss sof kol sof übergebrennt werden, will finally be burned up von der heiß kochendicke Sonne, from the heavy cooking sun. Von mein Punem keiteln sich heiße Tropfen Schweiß. from my face, there are dripping hot drops of sweat. Wenn ich wollte sie gekannt überzählen, if I could count them, wollte das allein, dachte sich, with this just by itself, it seems to me, gewähn ein interessanter Material für mein aufrichtigen Tugbook. If I could count, this would have been an interesting material for my diary.
Aufrichtigen is honest, sincere.
My sincere diary.
Go on, please.
A Säger bei Tag haben meine Fies zum ersten, zwei Säger bei Tag, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, haben meine Fies zum ersten Mal Kubaner Erd getrotten. So
Patroten.
Patroten. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, my feet for the first time touched Cuban earth, showing by
I
Mersten.
thought we were having her speak, our Cuban friend.
She didn't answer. I couldn't reach her, so we will do it without her.
Oh, okay.
Showing by Mersten tritt viel ich, from the very first step I feel as is nicht dieselbige Erd. I feel it's not the same earth. Epis is the reutlich, it's reddish, wenn ich wollt gewein aber gläubig. And if I was a believer, wollt ich sicher schon für ihr gehabt die richtige Austeitschung. And if I was a believer, is that right?
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
I would surely have the correct interpretation. Von Blut hab ich Feind zu trachten. I hate to think about blood. Und wie selliger, wenn ich die itzige Gedanken erfülle in mein Tugbuch nicht vernotieren. And such things I will in my present thoughts and even in my diary not note down.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Any comments, any questions about what we read now, about how we arrived in Cuba, this guy, and encountered the hot climate? Okay, so let's continue. Beverly, you're still here? You want to read?
Can you translate the last line that we read?
He doesn't want, he hates to think about blood, and he doesn't even want to put those thoughts in his diary.
Oh, Farentieren the diary?
No, Togbuch is a diary, and Farentieren is to note down. Farentieren is to note down, okay?
Okay.
Morty, yes?
Yeah, just to give it context, obviously what the writer is saying, that he feels that the earth that he's seeing somewhat red probably is red because of blood spilled on it.
But why would
That's why he says that he doesn't want to think about blood.
About the blood, yeah, but it's red because probably that's the kind of
that it's clay.
Of clay. That's clay earth.
Yeah, but in his mind.
The name of the story is Inquisitia, so he's thinking about Inquisition and blood.
And blood, yes, yeah.
Jewish
So,
blood that has been spilled on this land, as he's heard about.
yeah, it's a very moody, very atmospheric story. So, anyway, Rochelle, will you continue? Avade?
Avada etliche tausend Tritt schon ausgespannt in die Havana Gassen. Already several thousand steps have been ausgespannt.
Ausgespannt is to walk.
To walk in the Havana streets. Etwas a geheime Schreck befällt mir. Something's scaring me. Beheime, animal?
Geheime, I think it is dangerous. I'm not sure. Morty?
Okay.
Maurice, what do you think? I think it's dangerous.
I think it's
I think it's secret.
secret or hidden.
Secret.
Something
Secret.
hidden.
Good. Yeah. The
Okay.
secret. Yeah.
Something is scaring him. Says Nitty.
Yeah. Let me go down
Okay.
and move it. Just a moment.
Okay. Says nicht die Schreck, was man sieht bei jedem neu angekommenen Immigrant, wenn sieht nylon. It's not the same kind of fear that a normal or regular immigrant sees when he sees a new land. Etwas tief innerlich verborgene Schreck befällt mir. Something deep inside me, borrowed fear comes over me. Efter kommt es von dem, was ich such, zu viel sich rein zu trachten in die Tachichim Kleider von der Zukunft. Maybe it's because I am thinking too deeply about I don't know what this means.
Shrouds, the shrouds.
Shrouds.
Oh, the shrouds of the goal, the future.
Of the future. Zukunft is future.
Yeah, the future. Und efter läuft mir als noch die Schreck von mein heimisches Städtel in Poland. And maybe the fear is following me from my home, my little village from Poland. The
Jid.
Yeah, Jid.
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 I don't know what that means.
It means the Jew in Polish.
Oh,
yeah, but I think it's not in a good way.
Right,
no?
right.
Not
It's
in a good way.
Derogatory.
It's a derogatory, yeah.
Okay. Wie Jid hab ich gehabt etliche Schmitz. What? Schmitz von an Nagaike und grad 3 Tag war mein Opfern. Like a Jew,
as a Jew,
he was beaten.
He was beaten, yeah.
For
a nagaike is a whip.
Oh, a nagaike und grad 3 days before he left.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Rochelle. Morty.
Well, can we just go over that a little bit, because it's like some deep psychological trauma here.
Yeah, so that's so he's feeling a fear that he cannot explain, and not a fear that every new immigrant faces when he comes to a new place, but something deep, deep inside him. And he thinks maybe it's because he's thinking too much about the future. But Morty, maybe you can explain how does the Tachrichim Kleider fit into this thing?
I think that from the whole context, and I'm not saying this is correct, but I think that he feels that he is in a strange land. He's remembering the pain and the damage that he suffered in Europe, and he's thinking about his death, and that's why he brings up the Tachrichim Kleider for his future.
Okay.
His routes for the future.
All right,
So
because
I think that he's afraid he's going to die in this land.
Okay, because I can translate the words, but it's like chock full of stuff underneath.
Of things that are underneath it, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Morty, if you can continue, because there are some words here that I think you can pronounce them better than most of us. Not
Minna,
Minna,
my hand was up for there was a word in that.
Sorry, I didn't see you. Somehow it didn't get up. And usually it gets up. So
okay, all right.
Just a moment, Elaine. If you your hand is up and by any chance I don't see you, so please remind me like you, okay?
Okay. Can you just scroll back to that? There was one word that I wanted to. What is the meaning of Zukunft?
Zukunft is future.
Oh, okay.
The future. Zukunft is the future.
And what is
so could it possibly be that the future is shrouded?
No, I don't think so.
So can you explain that sentence again? Because I'm still.
Well,
okay,
the sentence itself says that he's thinking too much about the death shrouds in the future.
Oh, that there will be.
That's right.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Luisa, you wanted to ask also something?
Yeah, what is grod?
Grad is and just.
Exactly.
Okay.
Again?
A sheet of paper is the blood. Paper.
No blood, grod. And
grod is like punkt.
Punkt, exactly.
Exactly.
What is it?
Exactly.
Grod.
This, I'm circling it I'm circling the word.
It was exactly 3 days.
Thank you.
Before he left.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So, Morty, please. 16. Juli.
Okay. 16. Juli, 16th of July. A sonniger Frühmorgen, a sunny early morning. Wieder spreise ich in die Gassen. Again, I walk around in the streets, wo schwibbeln mit Kubaner, that are filled with Cubans. Sie sehen a viele ois zu sein gutmutig. They even look like they are kind people, in a good mood. Doch schreckt mich sehr Spanish reden. However, I am scared of their Spanish speech. Hagam in verborgene Vinkl von mein Ich füllt sich euch a Drang zu reden Spanish. Also, in my inner feelings, in my verborgen
secret.
In my secret corners of my person, I feel also a wish to speak Spanish.
Longing?
A longing.
Longing, yes.
Yeah.
Ich lehn mit der lateinischer Aussprache die Namen von die Gassen. I read in the Latin reading the names of the streets. Jesus Maria, Jesus Mary. Acosta, that's a name, a last name, a Spanish last name. Inquisidor, Inquisitor. Ich der schreck sich. I get scared. Groß Inquisitor Torquemada. Big Inquisitor Torquemada. Tut mir a Scheuder du Sleep. It gives me a
Shudder.
huh?
Shudder.
Yeah, a shudder in my body. The Inquisitie, the Inquisition. I feel, wie mein Leib heut gurun, kälter werden unter der Kubaner Sinn. I feel as if my body is getting cold under the Cuban sun. The Fies meine heuben sich setzen. My feet start to lie down, to sit down, wie unter a weicher Blotte, as if in a soft mud. Meine
So his
Augen,
feet are giving away. His feet
yeah,
like are giving away.
giving
Does it
away.
mean to sink? Sink
Yeah.
in the mud.
It's
Sinking,
like
yeah.
sinking like under a soft mud. Meine Augen gläseln sich tiefer in die lateinische Buchstaben. My eyes
Listen.
become like glass, even deeper in the Latin letters.
Okay. Thank you, Morty.
Sure.
Thank you. Bob, that's your turn. Bob? Yeah, Susan. Susan, I see your hand, Susan.
Yes, the Acosta is actually Uriel da Costa, a converso, refugee, passionate Jew, and dangerous heretic in 17th century Amsterdam. So it's a particular historical character.
Mhm. Okay. Thanks, Susan. Thanks.
Black
Okay.
Brennan.
Okay. Bob, that's you.
Blatt noch Black mischt sich vor mir auf die Inquisition mit aller ihrer scheuderlichen Peinungen.
Peinungen, yeah.
Yeah. So Blatt noch Black says like sheet after sheet, but
yes,
like
yeah.
thought after thought or something. Mixes, makes for me, blends for me about the Inquisition with all its horrendous torment. Assumedik.
Yesoimedik.
Yesoimedik
lassen sich meine Augen umschweben. Like an orphan, my eyes kind of look around or wander around. Seinen Kotsch noch da Jeden? At least there must be some Jews here, other Jews here. Und wo gefindt man sie, and how does one find them? Ich prüf reden zu einem, zu zweiter Farbager mit jiddischen Aussehen. So I kind of look around. I try to speak to one or two passers-by that look Jewish. Keiner versteht mich nicht. None of them understand me. A noch starkere Schreck befällt mich. An even greater fear strikes me. Sie seien weiter da, they're certainly here, noch sie haben Meure sich auszugeben. but they're afraid of betraying themselves. Guy's a little paranoid, would you say?
Yeah.
Maybe for good reason. Who knows?
Well, I think it's more than paranoia. I think that, at least the way I grew up, there was this fear of Jesus, of Christianity, of
Yeah.
crosses, of
Cool.
any kind of symbolism of Jesus and crosses. We lived across the street from a Catholic school, and my mother warned me not to cross the street. I
Yeah.
mean, they were Holocaust survivors. I think that fear is ingrained in
Yeah,
people's
absolutely.
settle.
Yeah, I think well, I guess our generation at least experienced some of that. Ich schleppe raus mein zusammengelenkt Adressel von Hotel und stell up a chauffeur. I pull out from a little address book name of the hotel, and stop a driver. In 5 Minuten bin ich schon in Hotel. In 5 minutes, I'm in the hotel, Nacht at dusk.
So that's another entry into his. I will fix it in a moment because every time I have to play with it because that's the way that it was done at the Yiddish Book Center. Okay, Hilda, can you read, please?
Ich schreibe einen Brief zu mein eigene in Amerika. Ratevet.
No, translate it, please.
All right. I write a letter to my own people in America.
And in America here, it means the United States, because, he is in America. Cuba is part of it, but it means here the United States.
In the United States. Ratevet mich, save me. Und seht mich gleich a rebel zu nehmen. And see if you can straight away take me to you.
Yeah.
Over to you. Wenn nicht, if not, will ich von Schreck meshuggah werden. Well, if you don't, I will go mad with shock. I don't know other word for Schreck.
Fear.
Fear, yes. Ich suche Jeden. I'm looking for Jewish people. Choch ein Jeden. Even one Jew. Und kann nicht gefunden, and I can't find any. Ratevet mich gleich. Save me immediately. Mark.
No, Torquemadas.
Torquemadas. Torquemadas?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
That's the name. That's the name of the big inquisitor.
He was the grand.
All right.
The grand.
Okay. Torquemadas.
Inquisitia.
In the Inquisition Street hab ich gesehen und das allein is genug. I saw this in the Inquisition Street, and that alone was enough. Genug. I've lost genug. Yeah. Als ihr sollt mir sein gleich a rebel zu nehmen. So see to it that you take me back to you or over to you straight away.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, Luisa, can you continue?
The Schmetterling was weist, als muss sof kol sof verbrennt werden. So, as a Schmetterling, I don't know what.
Butterfly.
Butterfly.
Butterfly, thank you. Was weist, that is, right? That is?
Who
That
knows?
knows. That knows.
Say that again?
Who
That
knows?
knows.
Butterfly, who
From
knows?
knowledge.
Who knows? Okay. As muss, that he must, after all, let him burn after all, right? We're talking about Torquemada, right?
No.
No.
What he's saying is, as a butterfly that knows that at the end it is going to be burned.
Ah, okay. So thank you, Morty. Doch zieht ihm stark zum Feuer, and it is some I don't know what zieht ihm.
However, it pulls him. It pulls him to the fire.
He's attracted to
the fire.
Okay, start straight to the fire. Und allemal and every time, wenn der fühlt die Flammen über sich, when he feels the flames on him, springt heraus, he jumps out, und doch halt es ihm nicht, ob doch einmal in Feuer hereinzuspringen, dasselbige geschieht jetzt mit mir. So he's comparing what he's feeling to a butterfly getting close to the fire, right? So it says,
yes,
springt heraus, so it jumps out, and doch halt es ihm nicht. And then I don't know how to translate halt es ihm nicht.
Doesn't stop him.
Doesn't stop him. And one more time, in fire hereinzuspringen, and tries to jump into the fire. Dasselbige, the same geschieht the same is happening with me. The same is happening with me. Hoch die Gassen schrecken mir. So I don't know how to translate Hoch here. Although the streets scare me, schreck mich, doch zieht mir noch einmal zuzugehen zu dieselbige Gassen. So I feel compelled to go again to the same street or same streets.
Yeah.
Und wieder lernen dieselbige Namen. And again to read the same names. Und weiter blonke ich wie Nächten. And again,
blonke is to wonder.
I wonder like yesterday. Do you want me to go on?
Yes, until the end of the paragraph.
Thank you. I feel, als ich kann von sie nicht abtreten, that I cannot, I guess, pull myself from them.
Yeah.
Does he feel it in connection with the streets, the names of the streets?
With the names. Yes.
It's the history of the Inquisition.
Yeah. Alte Geschbones, old accounts, noch von mein älter Seidenszeiten, even from the times of my grandparents. Is it great-grandparents?
Yeah.
Great-grandfather.
Great-grandfather's time, hab ich mit sie. I have those thoughts, right?
No, he has these accounts to settle with them.
Okay. Historisch seinen sie mir etwas azoi künstlich. Historical, would it be?
Historically,
they are
familiar.
They do something
familiar.
They are so familiar.
So familiar. The Schmole Geselech, the small streets. Schmole?
Narrow.
Narrow street. They zijn een flesh von my flesh. They are
Flesh from
flesh
my
from my flesh. Blood von my blood. Blood from my blood. Zij zijn een ois gehabt geworden. In
gekocht. Ois gekocht.
Oh, they were cooked geworden, right?
Yes.
Cooked in Steierhäufen von mein eigener Rasse. I think I need help with the end of the
Scheiterhäufen, I found that it's campfire or stake.
Burning at the stake.
Burning at the stake.
From my very race, right? Is race
From my own race.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I told you it's very atmospheric, very moody, all the, all those thoughts. And you have Shrek with you, Rachel.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Thank you, Louisa. Thank you, Louisa. Marsha, yes?
Fleisch von mein Fleisch, was does das mean?
Flesh von my flesh.
Flesh of my
Flesh. Yeah. Louisa, yes?
Yeah. I wanted to say that this particular the paragraph reminds me of a visit that I made to the city of Seville in Spain. When I went, I don't know who among us has also been to Spain, to Seville. And I happened to, we were strolling down the main square, one of the main squares, the one where the big department store, El Corte Inglés, is one of the big department stores of Spain. And there's a full square that is open, and it's of course full of people, cafes, and so forth. That was the plaza where they burned the Jews. And it made reading this remind me spot on of the feeling that I had of standing there in this square where they at the Inquisition through the Inquisition in Seville, they burned the Jews, and people are just shopping, drinking coffee, and nobody knows where they're standing, or they're not aware, or they don't want to know where they're standing. And it was really moving to me. So
okay, thank you.
As this is to me.
Thank you, Louisa. Thank you. Rochelle, yes?
Yeah, I think, the imagery here of the moth being attracted to the flame and then retreating away from it and then being attracted again, there's a kind of helplessness about having to do this, that this interior life of his, where he is totally frightened of where he is, and yet at the same time feels that he has to go towards it.
Interesting. Thanks. Morty?
Yes, I following what Lisa talked about. In Lima, which is my birthplace, in the downtown area, there are two, well, let me go by this. Originally, when the city was founded, each street had a name, not as a complete street, but each block had a name, okay? And in Lima, right in the center of Lima, where, by the way, many Jews in my times had their stores, there were two blocks that were called, one of them was called Jews, Judíos, and the other one, terribly, was called Mata Judíos, Kill Jews.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Can I add to what Morty just said?
Yeah.
The Inquisition in Latin America was the most notorious and cruel in Peru, in Lima, exactly. And to a certain extent, it was among the worst compared with Spain, possibly even crueler than what they did in Spain.
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for the insight. So Karen, will you continue seine Tritt?
Seine Tritt, der nennten sich zu mir. Their steps came closer to me. I
I think, sorry, I think I skipped one. I think I skipped. Ich warf a Blick.
Okay. Ich warf a Blick in der Zeit rein. I throw a glance in to the side.
To the side.
The side. Neben mir steht wer. Near me is stands who?
Someone.
Oh,
Someone is standing near me.
And someone. Euch wie ich, he, like I, lernt die Namen von die Gassen. He, like I, reads the names of the streets. Unsere Blicken schmelzen sich. Our glances come together, melt together. Gewollt sagen, I would like to say, verstehen sich. Of course, to be sure.
No, understand each other. Understand each other.
Understand each other. Ich wollte geschworen. As his Leib von eigener Rasse. I'm sorry, geschworen.
I would swear.
To swear.
I would swear that the body, the flesh from our own race.
Yes. Yeah.
Seine Tritt, der nennten sich zu mir. His steps come close to me. A Yid schocklen sich seine Lippen in mystischen Äußern. His lips shake and in a mystical appearance. Ich der schreck sich, I'm frightened, wie a Schlang wollt mich a Biss getan. I'm scared as if a snake would take a bite out of me.
Go on, please.
Efter hat der kennt meine friediger Gedanken. Perhaps he senses my prior thoughts. Und jetzt will mich ausgeben, and he wants to reveal to me.
Sorry, Morty.
No, he wants to read to, like they say today, he wants to out me.
Out me. Out me. That's a right
betray.
one.
You could say betray me as well.
Yeah, or betray. But out is a good one here. Yeah.
Okay.
Go on, Karen.
Der kennt, weist euch meine Blicken. He recognizes, as it turns out, my looks. Der Wetig von martyrdom, the pain from martyrdom hat wieder a Schwebel getan sich has again like sulfur, Schwebel, I looked up Schwebel, sulf. I'm not sure.
I haven't looked it up either, so because I understood the sentence, but
Swarms over my eyes.
Say that again.
Swarm.
swarm.
It's that
Okay,
swarm.
Thank you.
okay, okay.
Schwebel ton sich in meine Augen.
Okay.
So what is Vedic pain?
Sorry?
What is Vedic pain?
Yes, yes. Okay, Karen, thank you. Thank you, Karen. We are almost done, so Maurice.
Yehudi?
Yeah, more.
What? Und ihr and you haben meine Lippen und Schimm Widerstand sich geöffnet. My lips opened without any resistance. Vorje schweigt ihr, so why are you silent? Hat sein ganz Aussehen verworf mir gemacht. His whole appearance reproached me. Gemacht, okay. Wie Versündigte habe ich sich mit ihm voneinander geredet. Like someone who was wounded, I opened up to talk to him. Jedes Wort seins habe ich verschlungen. I swallowed every word of his. Is schon 4 Monaten in Land. He's already been here 4 months. Und wart euch Ribbe zu fuhren kann America. And he's also waiting to cross over to America. Kan jeden hat Chutz mich nicht begegnet. Besides me, he hasn't met any Jews. Hat viele gehört, he even heard, as es seinen du Sfardische Jiden, that there are Sephardic Jews. No, weiß nicht von sie, but he doesn't know anything about them. Und noch eine Sache, another thing, bemerkt oft, he often notices Schilden mit Namen von Sfardische Jiden. He sees signs with Sephardic names. Steht aber über sie mit noch größere Oisis, but there are even larger letters over that say La Francesa, the French woman.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, Maurice. And Beverly, maybe you can finish it for us?
Sure. Schein spät in der Nacht habe ich sich mit mein neu gefundenen Jeden abgesegnet. So I said goodbye to my newfound friend later in the evening. Gleich bin ich weg in Hotel. I went to my hotel. Rein und mit der gehäubigster, what does that word mean?
Highest.
Oh, the highest Stimmung, voice. And I went into the hotel with my highest voice.
Not really voice here. It's kind of
Stimmung?
Heightened mood.
Yeah.
Oh, mood. Verendig ich dem dritten Tag von mein Tagbuch. And with in this wonderful mood, I end a third day of my diary. Von dem Buch Euch Kubaner Erd, from the book on Cuban soil, Havana, 1935. Wasn't there a footnote in one or two of the
because it
What
says
was it?
like here, La Francesa, Französische.
Oh, what is that?
French woman.
French woman.
Oh, but there was
And
a big,
another one, I'm going back
yeah, I
to
saw
it.
a footnote.
Yeah,
there was
and
another
it
one.
was about America.
No,
That-
it only says that many Jews talked about America
Yes,
when they
as
were
the-
referring to the United States.
To the United States.
Okay.
Yeah.
With Canada. Canadians take offense when we call us America because they're in America also.
Not
Okay.
only
Here, same here.
Right.
not only Canadians, all of the rest of America.
Same here.
Okay, so that was the story about Cuba. Any comments, any questions about this kind
Yes.
of weird story? Yeah, Anita?
Oh my God. It gave me a very sad feeling. Actually, I was scared reading the whole story. I could feel his fear, you know. It's really very, very strong, very
Yeah.
well done.
Yeah, I couldn't find any biographical things about the author. I tried to look him up and I couldn't find. Maybe I need to do it more in depth, but yeah, but Anita, you are right. You can feel the fear. Yeah.
It's exactly for Yom HaShoah story.
Okay, well.
Holocaust Day.
Yeah, it was yesterday, yes. Louisa, yes?
Yeah, I noticed that the compiler's name at the beginning of the pages that you sent us is Rozhansky.
Yeah.
And Rozhansky was a very
one in Israel.
well-known teacher of Yiddish in Buenos Aires. He was a personality. He was known as a big Yiddishist in Buenos Aires. So it is possible that in other of his writings, we may find something about these authors.
Okay, so he has compiled two big volumes about Argentine writers, because I'm looking now, you know, Peru and then Mexico, and we will finish with Argentina. So I was looking for Argentine stories about Argentina, and I found that the Rozhansky, two huge books about Argentine stories, immigrants, and so on. So we will talk about him more later on.
Yeah, Rozhansky was a big, really a big name in Buenos Aires as far as Yiddish education. He was very well known.
Okay. Any other comments or questions or anything? Okay. If not, so I will send you the story about Peru next time. Don't be afraid. It's a bit longer than other stories that we have. I think 10 or 12 pages. But we will do it together. We will do it together. It's worth doing it. It's a really amazing story. So we will just do it slowly, and the words that we don't know, we will do it together. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Sei mir gesinnt und stark. Okay. Just wanted to say that we recorded the Yiddish Vinkl recorded the story by Sholem Aleichem for the Sholem Aleichem Yortzeit, and it is on YouTube. So, and Michael Moore sent us the link. So if you feel inclined and want to listen to us, to some of us reading the story and acting it up, you know, in voice, of course, because there wasn't anything else. So Susan and the other people read wonderful. Really, it was wonderful. So in your spare time, if you want to listen
Yes,
to
in
it,
your spare time, Siskavain
yeah.
Zershain.
And
That's
how
the
do
name.
were we sent a link?
It's the link is in the newsletter.
It's in the news.
Michael, it's in the newsletter.
In
So
Michael's
just-
newsletter, there is
yeah.
a link.
Just
in
click on
this week in the newsletter
yes.
that came
Yeah,
this week.
and
Yes, yes, yeah.
At the very beginning, it's you can't miss it. You cannot miss it. It's right.
Okay, so that was Cuba for us. Yeah, I see Luisa. Yes.
Yeah, I found I was just looking up something about Torquemada because I read that he was of a Converso family. So apparently there are several sources that indicate that, of course, it's debatable, but some have said that he might have been of Converso origin. So that one of his nephews and things like that, but of course not proven. Not
Okay.
proven.
Okay, that's interesting.
Not proven.
Okay, good, guys. See you all next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Right. Bye.
Bye. Bye.